Okay guys, back for another cast on the druid. Last time I logged out in Mulgore and I'm actually still there because I've wanted to fly to Thunderbluff and I did, only to realize, there we go, that I had to come back to Mulgore to take two quests here in this sort of continued druid struggle here. Probably for aquatic form, and I realized one of the quests is timed as well. So I think it's something about that I have to go to. One of them is done in the Barrens, it's level 14, and the other one is I think the quest where you get sort of attuned or ready for getting the aquatic form, which will be quite useful later on, especially to grinding strangle kelp, one flower needed for advancing herbalism. Oh, yeah, herbalism, but alchemy as well. Anyway, um, we could read the quest. It's always a good idea. Blah 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 blah. I have to find some special thingy down in the big lake down here. And that's the level 16 quest, the timed one, and the level 14 is yeah, it's done in the Barrens, I think. So could we maybe fall down here? I'll go try that. Yep. Alright. There are no baddies, not that I know of, monsters, etc. in this lake here. Oh. And I guess I can't complain because the thing I need is right in front of my face. Last time I did this quest, I had to sort of swim quite a bit around. This time it's a complete present. And if you should somehow find yourself in trouble, then you can always swim to one of these bubbly fissures and get air replenished, as you can see here. Ta-da! So, I think I'm gonna go back, just get teleported back to where I just started. Or very close to that spot. I'm not sure I have to hand in the quest there. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, okay, it's down here by some big tree, very druid-like. I had some stuff here, by the way, for a decent stuff for a new hunter, and very nice. Well, no, yeah, well, depends. Useful stuff for I don't know, chamois. Maybe even a hunter too. Then we got this for warrior. I think I'm just gonna handle in these three pieces for hunter. This is for very decent stuff here for a warrior. And finally, I got some very nice stuff here for a caster. And like I've said a couple of times before, yeah, sure, I can make a couple of silver, maybe even 50 or something like that selling it, but you know what, someone else, you can always need more gold, but it's nothing better than handing out a gift like that to a new player. Try and give him a good start. So I'm supposed to do something here. Sorry guys, I didn't read the quest much. It's here, I don't know, by the tree I guess, or by this guy. Okay, use the bubble thingy here. Ta-da! And talk to this NPC over here. We get some snare and rip, that's nice. Okay, so after that I got the trial of the sea lion, and that's actually what I was after. I was thinking that I probably had to go back to Thunderbluff now, but I actually don't think so. So the reason why I got to think about this quest at all is that I was doing the quests in Silverpine Forest, and then I remembered, oh yeah, by the way, um, you do this druid quest here too, so I might as well get it done while I'm there. So off we go, back to Sepulture. 23 chamois, he don't need my presence, that's just fine. Let's see the level 12 quest here. Yeah, let's make a bit of an overview here. I got a couple of quests still left, as you can see here in Silverpine Forest. Oh, and a nice Firethorn. What a treat. See if I can get this unmolested. Oh, and a Mage Royale as well. So the mobs here are level 14, no problem on 17, but yeah. It's quite unbelievable. Maybe I'm blind, but they are so well hidden, really. There we go. Usually they are sort of Firethorns are very close to trees, so over here would have been sort of more what was to be expected. And then there was a so a 42 mage just got killed by a tiger. I don't want to kill this guy. I'll take as less experience as possible. So that's why roots is very useful as well. You could say, in a way, that this was used offensively. So it can be used both ways, you could say, offensively and defensively. Let's see how much experience we got left. Yeah. So, there is a quest on my way down to... just gonna show you the map. So, Sepulture is where I came from, and there's a quest down here. I need to go down to the coast here in order to pick up this one half of the aquatic form. And I'll come by an area here where I might as well complete a quest now that I'm at it. It's fairly safe to be standing in the middle of the field because, as you remember probably from the last episode, there is sort of a Rugel circling around here, and I still gotta look out for him. If I'm unfortunate not enough to, or careless enough to not keep a lookout for him, the son of a Rugel, then I got two options here. I can try and run away, or I can web him. And by the way, these webs, when you use them, or web is maybe the wrong word, it's actually glue. When I try to glue them, it has a cooldown of I think 10 or 20 seconds, something like that. So it's not like you can chain glue someone to a certain spot. They work in PvP as well. I used to use those to catch a flag carrier in Water and Gorge if it was a close match that I really wanted it to win, you know. Then if there was a flag carrier almost getting away, then I could whip them. And it was so funny to look at alliance players because they don't really know this item, so they probably thought, what the hell was that? So I'm supposed to kill some mobs here, and eventually Nightlash will appear. So I'm just gonna do that. No. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's quite a meeting. I was about to pull one of them, I was probably stupid. think I have to kill maybe like 20 mobs or something like that. Sometimes, I don't know why, but she can just sort of spawn out of nowhere really. Nice leg. And time for a glass of milk. So yeah, not much else to do than just keep killing these gnolls here, and there is a little satisfaction in doing it, as David and I got killed by their kinsmen on Sigmar's Isle last. He will sort of spawn out of nowhere, right to the left. Pretty much where I'm standing. I think he's level 14. Hence, that's why the quest is level 14. But these mobs are somewhat lower. And we'll take another glass of milk. Milk completed. Most annoying part about this quest, by the way, is some new player can actually come along. So while you've been grinding all these gnolls in order to get Nightless to spawn, then some player can actually come snatch her. It's very unlikely, but on the other hand, we are sort of standard layer 2 now. So there's a bit more player traffic, and it's very nice. Or I mean, the population is definitely rising. It's very nice. Alright, Jesus. Massive mana consumption here. And I think the quest even says, kill red-hide gnolls in the dead fields when Nightless appear, kill her. Alright, I will. Oh, she's here. Oh, what that was. Oh. Alright, Nightless is down. Is her essence or whatever that was. So, now I gotta make it down to the coastline. Preferably alive. So I'm looking out for, you know who. Yeah, and it's not the silver leaf really. Fortunately, I'm sort of, would say high level here, maybe a little bit. But the problem is if you come here maybe a little bit low, say like level 14, and you happen to find Mr. Son of a Arugul in the neighborhood, you'll have he will aggro you like, oh, there he is by the way. Talking about the devil. So the question is, I'm just gonna mark him. But if you come here as a pretty low level, he will attack you from miles away. So it's a good thing about the icon there, so I can pretty much see where he is constantly. I've never seen two of them, so it's just him. So this way I'm sort of dare to go over on this side. And even though he's circling around, then he can be sort of stationary now and then, walking, it looks like sort of aimlessly around. Just gonna check out where he actually is now. I can imagine that he's continuing on his circular patrol. Yeah. Well, at the moment he's just sort of wandering back and forth. But like I said, he will I've always seen him eventually patrol around this way, but sometimes I guess he can just wander. As you can see now, he wanders off. So it's like he's taking a break or something now. Yeah, keep that in mind when you're in the neighborhood. And a nice flower, I'll take it. Hopefully this guy can't reach me from there. Nope. So I'm off to get the pendant of Trial of the Sea Lion. When I lose aggro from the spider, see if I can get this as well. There we go. And I don't think spiders can swim, so eventually, yeah, as you can see, it's just stand here being pissed, really. Oh, and Strangle Kelp is bonus, not too bad. And, I don't know, Annoying Mobs is bonus as well, I guess. One should believe that it was actually guarding the herb. But I guess these guys are kind of made as, you know, you can't complete this quest lower than level 15 probably. Well, you probably can, but it'll be troublesome for sure. Very nice. First Strangle Kelp. Just gonna get some air, and then, let's see. Yeah, I have to go quite a bit further out. And while I'm swimming, I guess it's an old habit from doing quests in Strangleton Vale. There are some nasty elite murlocs below water, and if you sort of happen to come across them, if you don't notice them, you risk getting whipped, especially if you are somewhat lower level than those murlocs. Yeah, that's pretty much certain death. As you'll usually be as low as say 10 levels below or something like that from an elite. And that's usually, by the way, why people get killed by the Son of a Rugel as well. So this looks a bit risky because my health will be pretty low when I get down here, but fortunately there's a very nice bubbly fissure down here. Otherwise I would be in deep trouble right now. So first of all I'm gonna get my breath back up. There we go. And then I can sort of open this chest, even while absorbing the bubbles. And I still got business here in Silverpine, so I'm just gonna get up to the surface, and then let's start out with the level 12 quest. That is, I have to hand it in Undercity, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I'm gonna start out with that, heading back to Undercity, and trying to avoid that pesky Son of Arugul. There we go. Quest item, useful stuff. And now that I'm thinking of it, I actually have a warrior project I just sort of completed that is definitely in this neighborhood. You'll see all about it later. So I might keep that for myself. I guess I'm not that much of a Mother Teresa present guy, if I can use the items myself, of course. But I still have a nice set here for a hunter and a nice set for a caster. Very nice set for a caster, actually. And bonus strangle kelp. Oh yes, please, I'll take it. So, to be honest, the smart thing would probably be to sort of get this way around back up to the street, but I think I can avoid him anyway. Otherwise I wouldn't go this way. We're talking sort of a Rugal. He's still marked. Not that I should rely completely on that, but he should still be marked with the skull icon, so I can see him from somehow far away. But the path I am taking here is pretty much directly into his patrolling path. And when you get aggro like I just did here, you risk getting slowed, of course. But worse is if you sort of zigzag too much while you have aggro like that, you risk aggroing more of the same kind of mobs. So that could be pretty lethal, getting aggroed by 2-3 of these guys and getting slowed, and then meeting Mr. Son of a Rugal afterwards. This guy looked a bit like him. How the light was falling, I mean. Alright, so almost home free. I'm pretty much home free. I think he does, the son of a Rugal, he just sort of visit these small walk-in camps here. Or Moonglade Glutton or whatever they're called. They look like walk-in. Anyway, back to Undercity. I could probably hand in the level 14 quest with Nightlash, but there's no need to get too close to level, because then I won't get the full reputation from the Undercity quest here. So this I'm probably gonna throw in the bank. Along with that. Oh, this I can use. And this I'm gonna send to my warrior. So it's quite a messy my bags right now. Oh, and by the way, I'm just gonna look up here by the vendor. I've checked it out a few times. If she has the belt with the 5 intellect, that would be really awesome. Sell for not too much, I think like 15 silver or something like that. So far it's been sold out. It's on a timer really. Nope, it's not there. I can sell this though. Yeah. I could hand in the quest there, but I prefer to just make absolutely sure that I could get the full reputation amount here. Oh. Back to Undercity. And nice to see a fellow Tauren. I think he just passed me by before, but I was in my bags. Oh yeah, and by the way, I think what I didn't record when I sort of in the last episode, because I did go to Thunderbluff in order to pick up the druid quests, and then I went back to after I took a portal back to Moonglade. And that's where this episode started. Was that while I was in Thunderbluff, I did check out the druid trainer if they had any new talents or spells, and they actually did. So at level 16, you get new. There's a chance you get new. Well, you do get new spells at every second level, I think. From above, from level 10. No, it's from pretty much from level 2, I think. So 2, 4, 6, 8, blah blah blah, etc. And I think I actually got a new Moonfire. It's rank 3 spell, so a more powerful spell. And I think maybe I got a Wrath as well, as long as I think a Rejuvenation. So the 3 sort of primary spells that I use, I got maybe even a Healing Touch. I was quite surprised how many spells that was useful that I actually got. I did get some bear form spells as well. I'm just picking them up for the fun of it, really. I don't intend to use bear form a lot, only as a defensive measure if I'm in trouble. If I need to get out of a tight spot and need some extra armor, and I'm sort of used up all my other abilities, like say root or speed potion, whatever. So I'm just gonna go for the mailbox first, otherwise I'll probably forget it. I need to send this to my new warrior. I'll tell you all about him later. There we go. And yeah, look what the cat brought in. Very nice. This one I got for 5 gold on the auction house. I think last time I got it for 2 gold, but I'm keeping an eye out it. And eventually this guy, he has been putting it up for 15 gold. I wouldn't pay that for it. No way. But it's gonna come in very handy as level 28. And this one I got for as low as, I don't know, 3, 4 gold, something like that. So yeah, I'll take it along. Very nice for this kind of character here. I got some other stuff in my bag here. I'll sort of tell you all about it later. Let's see. Yeah, let's not go further down. So I'm just gonna put in some stuff in the bank. Some of it that I just picked up. Flowers. And this sort of yeah. I guess I'm a bit cheesy when it comes to, but somehow I just can't just sell these things when I get them because they're quite expensive to buy from vendors. So I have to go to the Apothecarium, if I pronounce that correctly, down here to hand in this quest. And now that I'm thinking about it, in here is Varimathras, if I pronounce that correctly, and he has a quest for Ragefire Chasm, so that's kind of perfect. As I'm kind of collecting those now. The lowest is level 15, so I should definitely engage. At the latest is level 20. I usually engage before, maybe at level 18, 19, something like that. But naturally I'm gonna bring all the quests that I can, and wrong way. This quest by Varimathras is usually the one that people haven't picked up yet. Usually because they are Orc, Troll, Tauren, and haven't been in this area at all. Doing sort of the classic leveling, you could say, meaning staying in the area where you start. And when you run out of quest, you attempt to do quests that's a bit too high for you really. But people can play the game like they want, of course. And I'm sure that a lot of people will find it very painful to quest the way I do. I mean, using so much sort of extra time, I guess they'll feel like. Anyway, these two items is 28 and 25, so I'd like to put this in sort of chronological order. That means 25 there, 26 and 28. So yeah, it fills up my bags, but it's kind of nice that if you're out in the field, you can actually equip the next item. This is what I'm going for next, Bandit Purification. And some 4200 probably just did Scarlet Monastery. I can see that on his shoulders. Very distinct shoulders. He had the red, and it's only on sort of one of the shoulders. Just gonna do this bandage. I don't really have anything else to use it for, even though they're green. Further, I should probably visit first aid trainer. I can ask a guard while I'm in town. So things are getting a little more sort of cleared out. Like I said, usually the first back here is sort of survival and survival stuff, meaning potions, blah blah blah, mana, food, and next bag is for picking up various stuff. So it's this, and the final bag here is for quest items. This way I don't have to sort of be messing around while I'm questing for my quest items. I mean, I always know it's in the last bag. There we go. Okay, so I got a new quest. Oh, and let's see, race fire chest. I'm not gonna track that, not at the moment. I'm pretty sure I got all the quests now for race fire chest. I'm gonna wait somewhat. I'm gonna be at least level 19, I think. It's just that there's so many other quests I'd like to do before, especially all the level 14s. I think I got this recipe for death. Yeah, it's one of the quests at Pirewood Village. There are 3 quests down there. You bring 2, and then there's an additional escort quest down there. I'm not gonna track them at the moment, as I have so many, and as you can see by the way, the quest in Pirewood Village is an elite quest, so it's nothing I can solo. I wouldn't like to try that for sure. Last time I did it with I think a level 26 warrior, just him and I, and we was at a point we was a little bit in trouble. So yeah. Anyway, at the moment I'm going back to Sepultura to hand in this one and probably complete the border crossings as well. They might lead to some new quests. Alrighty. I'm just gonna do a little quick mic testing, guys. La la la. Looks very nice. Alright, so let's hand in the quest. It's over here by the apothecary guy. He's over here in the tent. Next to the crypt here. That looks like it's collapsing, actually. Oh. Or maybe not. It's down here. I thought it was the apothecary, but I guess it wasn't. Oh, of course not. I just handed in a quest in Undercity. This is for Nightlash. The one I killed in the fields. And I got some boots that are worse than what I got. He got a new quest for me. And you know what? I think I can do a repair over here. Oh, nothing to repair. By the way, this decent food, by the way. 300 life and 300... not really. I'm not gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna sell it. So I got a level 16 quest. I'm not gonna track that either. So eventually when I got back, then I got 3 yellow ones here. 15, 15, 16. They sort of go along. I'd rather complete the level 14 quests that I got. And I have 15 quests, so I must... okay, it's because the Rage 5 Chasm is sort of filling quite a bit at the moment. The Orgrimmar quest is Darkmoon Fair. I might not sort of engage that at all, but I just picked it up for now. It's a go talk to the Darkmoon Fair quest. Silverpine Forest, I got this one at the moment. This is a go talk to. Barrens, I got Camouflage. I think there are more level 14 quests in the Barrens, so I'm gonna continue with those when I'm done with the 14s here in Silverpine. So the quests I'm on now is border crossings, and I have to go pick up some box over here. Well, I'm gonna skip that Earthroot. Had it been a Briarthorn, yeah, sure, I'm all game for it. There are some mages down here that can be quite annoying, by the way. As they use, surprisingly enough, frost bolts, so you won't want to pull too many of them. As it can be a hard time getting away from there. Buff up a bit here. Including the whole charade here. So, one of the first is here. Normally I'll sort of make a path in there so I can get out as well. But there's sort of already a path here. I don't have to kill that many mobs. And the best overview of what you have to do, you get from here, from behind their camp. I think I have to, yeah, it's this box I have to pick up. So I definitely gotta kill this guy, start off with him. And I use the Moonfire as a finisher. I probably have to kill this guy and that one afterwards. just gonna replenish my mana. The one standing behind there is 14 as well, so I think I can get to the box without um, having to kill him. This guy, not so much. I think what I could do here is she's a caster, simply run away. And then she should follow me. As you can see, she just... Oh. She just failed her cast initially, but got me on the second. There we go. Got no further aggro now. So, quest completed, and I got some stuff to hand in at Sepulchre. There is a Mage Royale here, let's see if we can get that. Without getting this guy in as a bonus. There you go. I don't recall using these Mage Royale a lot. I had a lot of sort of extras of them last. Oh, and there's a Briarthorn as well. Yeah, I'm getting sucked in further and further in this area in order to get these flowers. But, you know, it's not that dangerous. Mobs are level 13. It can be for, say, a warrior-like class to be here due to those frostballs. They can be rather annoying. Let's see, where are you? Those Briarthorns, I have a... Oh, there you go, right in front of me. I have a hard time seeing them. They're so well camouflaged, I think. Anyway, back to Sepulchre, and one thing I learned from my last death is don't engage in various menus and stuff like that. Before you are sort of on safer ground, because you get distracted by it, and yeah, that was partly why I got killed last. There was sort of further things than that, but I'm on the road here and I can sort of do all I like again. And I can equip my very nice ring here, 2 stamina, 6 spirit, for nothing. Oh yes sir, nice upgrade. It has hereby been equipped. And the next item I got is level 20. I've sort of been very nice to this druid and given it a minor speed increase as well. That's normally a rather expensive enchant, but I do have an enchanter myself, and I actually had the mats, so it was pretty much for free for me. And I think item-wise, after I got this 5 gold, I'm pretty much back to the same sort of stash that I had with the first druid, the one that died. I have some stuff from around level 40, it's still on my banker. Some world drops, bluish mainly, maybe some greenies too, but some items that will be useful for him as a balance druid. Usually you can get this very cheap because, like I said, no one plays balance except me apparently. I've seen one other guy, and I knew I knew he was gonna play balance because his name was Noobkin. So that pretty much says it all. I talked a bit to him. I did a quest with him on my priest, and he said that it was just for the fun of it, and no, the Noobkins didn't, or not. Yeah, well, let's call them Noobkins, but balance druids didn't do that much damage, and they level fairly slow. I don't think it's that bad so far, really, to be honest. But he said they were useful in raids, as they sort of the form that they have gives 3% spell crit to all caster classes, and I can imagine that's quite useful. But you're never gonna top the damage meter, and that's just fine. I mean, I just play the class here because I enjoy it. I think it's quite nice. I like to play casters, and I like the kiting part, the roots and stuff as well. Anyway, let's hand in this one, maps and runes. There we go. So there's a bit of lore here. I have to talk to this guy now, and I'm pretty sure he sends me back right after. Oh, and then there's a level 26 for Shadowfang Keep. Sorry, 27 quest. I'm not gonna pick that up right now. Let's talk to this guy again. Sure, I can pick up this quest. The one he got here is a 21. It's way too high to carry around. So let's see, what do we have here? 27, 25, 21. That's fine. I'm gonna leave those quests. I'm also... let's see, Silverpine Forest. I'm a bit tempted to just... Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here. And the Decrepit Fairy as well, because I got a feeling that I have to pick up quite a bit of quests in the Barrens. And as you can see now, if we look at the map here, you can see I got a mix of level 16s, and then some somewhat higher level, 21, 25 and 27. So I'll have to come back here sort of twice in order to fix those quests, and that's fine. Still no belt. Guess I've just been lucky the other times. Usually when I had to use the belt, I've just, I could pick it up every time. Maybe someone's camping it, I don't know. So it's off to the Barrens now, really. I can use my skill point, Moonfire, easy peasy. Yeah. I might go down to Brill to see if there's a caster down there. I'm gonna make his or her day then. So next level will be additional Moonfire, of course, and then as you can see I need 15 points here to complete Vengeance, meaning critical strike damage from my spells. My main sort of casting DPS spells will be increased. And I don't really recall, I think usually you'll take, so what I mean is that in order to get down here I'm gonna have to use 5. I got 5 and then I'll have 10 eventually here, skill points. But I need an additional 5 to get down to Vengeance. I can imagine it's something like roots. This I definitely don't need. This I could definitely need. It will give me a 20% extra range on my spells. And it requires 10, so I think I'm gonna start out here. Increase the range of my Wrath, Entangling Roots and Moonfire, so all the spells I use can have a 20% reach. That's very powerful. That's 20%, makes it 20% easier to kite really, when I have to use that later on. And as a caster, of course, it makes sense to do start DPSing as early as possible, as far away from your target as possible really. Oh, actually, now that I think there's a first aid trainer down in Brill, so that will mix with that I'd like to hand in the caster gear to some lucky new player. And like I usually say here, always wait for a fresh elevator, this way you're 100% sure you won't get killed by falling damage or getting squashed or whatever. It has a name to it about being buggy, the elevator. I don't think I ever died myself to it, but It has been a classic sort of death at least in the beginning of the hardcore era here, where people they rush to get in the elevator to save a couple, like 5 seconds before there's a fresh elevator, then they actually fall down. I think it's usually the other way around. I mean, when you have to get in side of Undercity, not when you have to get out, like I just did. But I think it's actually possible to get squashed as well. If you're standing somewhere, unfortunately, it's pretty much like a real-life elevator. I'd say if you were sort of half in, you'd get squashed with the sort of decks between the floors. When the elevator would go up, and no one would be standing there in real life as well. So I think it's kind of, well, fair, I guess, that the elevator works the way it does. Yeah, and people were even calling it the raid boss, the evil later. So, by the way, the second pendant is up north in the Barrens, by the way. It says so here in the texture. I'm not gonna go up there at the moment. I'm not in that much in a rush to get it. I think I'm actually gonna... Where are we? Druid. I'm not gonna track it for now. I'll stick to my level 14 quest. Let's talk to the trainer here. Oh yeah, anti-venom and wool bandage. Heavy wool I could get on 115. I don't really have any spare wool at the moment, but I'll find some eventually. No lucky players today to get the gear. And I think I actually am gonna miss my flight here, but you know what? Shit happens. I don't think it had docked when I was here before, so there's a slight chance that I can get to it. I'm not gonna use a speed potion to get there. It's hard to control anyway when you sort of have to run in circles here. But it's gonna be close if I get it. I think it's a winner. Very nice, lucky me. So, let's see what we got. Orgrimmar doesn't matter. Ragefire Chasm, I can sort of link it, so just remind myself that the lowest quest is 15. I think the rest is 16. Yeah, so all the rest of the quest is 16. Recipe for Death, Silverpine Forest. Yeah, sure, I'll track it. It's a 15 elite. This one, yeah, I don't need to do it right now anyway. It depends if I get in the neighborhood, sort of in the Barrens. Sample for Helgrim I can do. I actually have to hand in something for him, and he's standing in the crossroads, so it'd be nice to get rid of that one while I'm there. And that's about it. The rest is quests that I have to pick up in either Crossroads or Ratchet, or there are a few quests as well, sort of in the countryside, you could say. They are not in the towns and quest hubs. I'm just checking my mic again. La la la. La la la. Seems to be working just fine. I'm a bit sad sometimes that, well, sad, but annoyed, let's say, put it that way, that sometimes my microphone isn't working that well. I guess I gotta get a new headset eventually. And who knows, I might even go with a face cam at some point. I think I actually have one somewhere, but yeah. It sort of bores me installing stuff like that. La la la. Yeah. And each time I'm doing that is because I just sort of been what do you call it? fingering my headset. Okay, that sounded kind of stupid, but you know, I've been touching my headset. Let's put it like that way. 15 rogue. He doesn't get the present. I'm a bit afraid that, oh, well, the players at um, that crossroads are probably higher level and they don't really need this stuff, and I would say I'd like to get rid of it. It's actually pretty good gear. Can hand in these while I'm in by the bank, and this is what I sort of usually do. Is you know, put a lot of flowers in the bank, and then eventually, you know, I'm gonna do something about it. You can say, and level, including my cooking. I guess it's important. Good old gammon. Damn, I was a bit too slow there. So, so I don't know. You gotta love teasing gammon. And a bit slow is, I don't know if they're probably on the mobs is either on a timer, or I call it an elastic, where they can sort of run so far without taking damage before they sort of run back to their initial position. I guess it's made so that you can't exploit. Let's say I'm in a group with a guy and I remove the mob from a position it's guarding, and then some other players can sort of exploit that and go in and take a thing without sort of fighting for it. I guess it has to do with that as well. So there's a limit to how much you can sort of move mobs away from their original position before they run back. So let's check out the map, guys. Some 14s and some 15s here in Crossroads. I'm pretty glad I dumped those 16s in the sepulchre, because there's a lot of quests to pick up here. And I think there's, as you can see here, actually a 14. I think yeah. South Sea Freebooters. Yeah, there's 114 down in Ratchet. I might even start out with that one, because I tend to forget it sometimes, because I become so focused with all the quests I got here. Further, I got one quest to hand in. This one, sample for Hellbrim, and it will actually give me a nice 2 stamina back. Quite an upgrade to this. A little extra armor as well. So I think I'll start handing in this one, and then it'll give me room for more quests as well here. This sort of fill the flask thing for druid is done up there on the peak here. I actually did a quest at some point where I picked up some stuff here, and on time there's some demon seed, and then I had to go back and but I think I did that quest as maybe level 12 or something, so wasn't in the mood, you could say, to do both of them. So I'll keep a lookout for a caster and a hunter. Yes, please. And he has a new quest of 15, yeah, sure, I'll take it. So I'm just gonna equip this one, sell the old one. And that's a level 14 and 15, I'll take those as well. Report to Cartrack, I can do that later. I think there's a guy up here as well. Yeah, 15, I'll take that as well. Yeah, level 15 lock, he's probably worse geared than what I got there, but, you know, it'll be a bigger gift for a lower level player. He's actually decent geared. How about this guy? He's probably got complete crap. Just gonna inspect him quickly. Yeah, he got other shit. Oh. He's probably a new player, so he doesn't know that he has to accept. Oh. Okay, he got full bags. So, got rid of the hunter gear, sort of. And I actually spelled "you're welcome" sort of semi-correctly. Anyway, back to business here. Every level 14 and 15 quests. No. So, and level 12 got killed by a rotting ancestor. It's the quest in the undead starting zone that be Tearful Glades. It's a level 13 quest. Those mobs are used sort of combined in that level 13 quest. It's where you have to kill Dargle or something like that in the bottom of the crypt. And it's definitely a tough quest to do as level 12. So, yeah, it's like I usually say, you know, patience for the win here. Do some of the tough quests later. So I would even if I wasn't farming reputation, I wouldn't do a level 13 quest if I was level 12. But you know, some can probably pull it off, but it would be tough. Usually you're pretty much you have maybe 1 or 0 green items at that point. So it'll be tough, alright. So there's one level 14 quest down here. I'm just gonna complete that one, I think, now that I'm at it. That's the one. And it's just, well, it's to kill some pirates in the neighborhood. There's nothing else here really. I think it might lead to another quest. And there's a 16 quest you could sort of combine with it, where you have to kill some sort of pirate mini-boss, you could say, that is along the coastal road down here. I was kind of thinking that maybe if I'm going for um, um, Rage Fire Chasm eventually, I could sort of make a secondary bar for pure healing. On the other hand, I might as well maybe just this. I push Shift 1, 2, 3 in order to get to these buttons up here, like Shift 3 for rejuvenation, for instance. Anyway, let's get some of these guys. Eat the club. There we go. And these mobs even yield reputation in themselves, you could say. I think they'll keep doing that even if you're above level 60, if you are way above their range. Down you go, bro. So the brigands are sort of the melees, and the cannoneers here are the sort of range hunter-like. Oh, sorry. I don't know who I am apologizing to. Probably myself. I thought it was engaging the cannoneer, but it chose the nearest mob, and that was the guy over there. But those were the melees, and here's the range. It goes without saying, I guess, as he's a cannoneer, meaning probably has a gun-like feature. Good night. So a little help for the rogue there. And I'm pretty low on mana, so I'm just gonna run away from this guy. It's more like to take him away from the rest of them, so he won't accidentally run back and aggro those. It'll be rather annoying when I'm this low in mana. And good night. So level 7 warrior got killed by Salazane. Salazane is down here in Burutar on the islands here. I wouldn't call him a boss, he's just quest mob really. Let's see if we can get this guy. I think the problem with him is that he respawns pretty fast. Some of those low level quest mobs, they will have like instant respawn. Maybe not the exact place you killed him, but very close by usually. So I'm just gonna finish this mob while the other guy's looted. Heal up. And good night. Those filthy dwarfs. think I got so much buff food in store that I might as well use some here, even though it's hardly necessary to get those extra stamina points at this moment. Earthroot behind me, yes please. But I think I'm more in like to Briarthorn, Strangler Kelp. Yeah, I can use Earthroot along this with Deviate Fish, so they're still worth picking until I've done sort of leveling with them. And I don't think I'll be picking any of them again then. And last of the cannoneers here. Good place to fish, by the way, only blackmouth that I need for leveling later. So hopefully 2 brigands have respawned. There's one here. And yeah, this coastal line is a very good place for fishing oily blackmouth, unless someone else is doing it, of course. So usually if I'm sort of looking for a dungeon, I will, instead of, you know, standing and looking out in thin air, I'll probably maybe fish some oily blackmouth while I'm in, say, looking for groups. So this quest is completed, and he might give me a level 15 quest, and in that case I'm gonna pick it up. Just to sort of remind myself where I am quest-wise for in Ratchet. I think he gives a quest where you have to pick up some supplies or something like that while you're sort of doing quests on the coastline anyway. And now that I'm here, I might as well do a little sell stuff here. This should be useful. And usually if I come by a mob that can, not a mob, but an NPC that can repair, then I'll do it. Bingo. Now that I'm here, there's a mob in here that's a mob and NPC in here that sells some very nice leggings. It's not for this guy, it's for my these It's for my warrior. I have a new warrior project, and don't worry, I'm not gonna leave you yet. By the way, this is actually a very nice bag. I'm gonna take that instead of the stamina thingy that I got. I'll take 4 spirit over 2 stamina. So I'm just gonna send this, this, and this. Again, now that I'm close to a mailbox, I might as well do so. And my main warrior is still sort of keeping my gems and stuff. Eventually I should probably all kind of sort of crafting materials, etc. I should put it on the banker, so when you... I don't like saying when, but if you die, and that is a possibility even as a level late 50 or 60, then at least you're not losing a ton of materials worth maybe 100 gold or more. Anyway, let's go hand in the pirate killed quest and pick up the follow-up. Like I said, it's probably level 15, and that would be the lowest quest in this area then. Oh. He actually gave me a level 14 while I was reading his book. So the quest I just picked up, I handed in the follow-up to a guy down here, and then I think he actually gives you a follow-up quest. I think it's level 15. Let's see. The other one he has here is an 18. Okay, so I have to go. That's a big bit of running back and forth. I actually have to pick it up by the original NPC where I got the quest. Yeah, so there's some telescope and some stuff. It's a level 16 quest. I'm just gonna pick it up for now. Just to remind myself that the lowest quest down here is level 16 at the moment. So what I'm gonna do now is fly back to Crossroads, and then I'm gonna continue questing from there, starting with the level 15 quest. So see you there. Okay guys, so I've just been looking outside, and I happen to live in Scandinavia where the weather is so usually very crappy, but today it's a really sunny day, so you know, I'm feeling a little bad conscience that when we finally have a sunny day here in the cold north, to be sitting in here playing computer. Not that I enjoy it a lot, but I'm probably gonna call this an episode really soon. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go. There's a level 14 quest out here in the middle of nowhere, and it doesn't sort of there's no go talk to this guy, I'm pretty sure, so I'm just gonna go pick it up, and then I'll probably call it an episode there. And then you could say I'm pretty much in the center of, there's a lot of quests happening here, all around me I mean. And I'm just gonna continue, you know, with the level 14 quests here. I know for a fact that, say, this one supplies for the crossroads, and the disruption ends. Those are usually done together, as these mobs are kind of guarding this box anyway. But let's go pick up the last level 14 quest over here by Brixard Deathgate. And it's really nice that, you know, layer 2, it's sort of becoming standard now, meaning that, like I said, the population is rising here in hardcore on the server. Very, very nice. Oh, and often, by the way, I've been jumping up here to get the quest, but even as an undead, you can get stuck, and I'm pretty much twice the size of an undead, so I'm not gonna do that. Centaur Braces, yes, please. The other one is level 16. Yeah, I might do them. And you could say now they are surely filled up with quests. Anyway, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna log out here by this nice little bonfire here. So, as usual guys, thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next episode. I'm gonna continue questing here. Yeah, got quests pretty much 360 degrees around me at the moment, including one over here that I picked up in Pokemon. So, take care, bye bye.